Now on CoastTV News.
Watery woes in Dewey Beach, the town's latest efforts to keep the flooding at bay.
Hundreds of people come out to listen to a presentation on the Millsboro bypass, what the next steps in construction are.
Turkey hunting, the opportunity gobble up.
And we have a bit of a back and forth this weekend with the weather. We'll elaborate on these advisories that are still active at this hour.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
A shot from the air of the Millsboro bypass as it starts to take shape. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Welcome to our News at 11. We begin tonight with a full house at the Millsboro Library.
DelDOT is hard at work turning this decades-long idea into a reality, but people in Millsboro are still a bit conflicted on the project.
Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert shows us what DelDOT is planning down the road.
Hundreds of people packed into a room at the Millsboro Public Library to hear about DelDOT's $130 million Millsboro bypass project.
Something has to be done, so it's better than nothing.
Once complete, there will be numerous new bridges and an overpass at the intersections of routes 20 and 113. Project manager Mark Whiteside says the goal is to improve one of the busiest areas in the whole state.
We know Sussex County is congested, and we know that something needs to be done. So once this bypass is built and open to traffic, hopefully that alleviates the congestion in Millsboro, and hopefully the mobility for the local residents and businesses is preserved.
The bypass will be 2 miles long and ride from Route 113 to Route 24. The project also includes widening parts of 113. Teresa Sherman is hoping it works.
There's too much traffic in the summer. You can't even cross 113 over there. This way, I think it's going to direct a lot of people away from the town of Millsboro and make it easier for the residents around here to get around during the summer.
But Miles Sherman isn't so sure.
It starts here and it ends here. I mean, like if it was this long, that would be all right, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of resources for not much of a change.
According to DelDOT, the first road closure for the project is in the coming weeks. The project is scheduled to be complete by summer 2025, though DelDOT is hopeful it could be finished by May of that year. I'm Charles Reinert in Millsboro, Coast TV News.
And this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what's your biggest concern with the Millsboro bypass project? Let's take a look at some of the updated results from earlier this evening.
Look at the screen here. The majority, 70%, say the traffic flow is their biggest concern with the Millsboro project. As Charles just said, there's going to be some road closures in place while that's being built. 11% are worried about the environmental impact, and then 19% say the project cost concerns them.
And these numbers have shifted a little bit. If you haven't had a chance to vote, you still can go do that at coasttv.com or use our Coast TV mobile app.
Now let's take a live look outside into Lewis. You can see the moonlight and streetlights shining on the canal there. It's cold right now, but warmer tomorrow. So let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, who joins us now with a look at the forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening. That scene and your description reminds me of an old song called By the Light of the Silvery Moon. I'm hoping I'm not dating myself again. But anyway, listen, we're looking pretty good for the rest of the night, courtesy of our Bay Health Dover camera. We're holding at 33 degrees, actually, and we're going to drop to 31 by 2 o'clock and 30 degrees by 3 o'clock under mostly clear skies. Gorgeous weather is what we're expecting. We had 48 for the high in Georgetown, 47 for the high in Ocean City, and 50 for the high in Salisbury. Here's where we are right now, 29 in Milton, 32 in Millsboro right now, 29 in Georgetown. Flood advisories throughout the entire viewing area right now. Bottom line is if you're near the bay towns or right along the coast, looks like we have a chance of inundation to occur. I'll go into a little more detail with this, and we have a yellow alert day on the way in the forecast. I'll explain that too. Back to you, Mallory.
Thank you, Paul. And for more weather updates, make sure to pull out your phones and scan the QR code for our First Alert weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need. New tonight, a U.S. Supreme Court hearing scheduled for Thursday will be the first of its kind. A hearing to see if former president and current Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump should be kept off the ballot because of his role in the January 6th insurrection.
As Emily Schmidt explains, the case centers on Colorado's ballot and the outcome, well, that could impact the presidential election nationwide.
On Thursday, Section 3 of the Constitution's 14th Amendment, passed after the Civil War, will get a modern-day test at the U.S. Supreme Court.
Walk down to the Capitol.
Because of what happened in Washington, D.C., January 6th, 2021.
You'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength.
Then President Donald Trump didn't actually go to the Capitol, but thousands did, disrupting Congress as it certified Joe Biden as the winner of the 2020 presidential election. Trump has denied wrongdoing, but last September, a watchdog group filed a lawsuit on behalf of 6 Colorado voters seeking to disqualify him from this year's race.
Trump engaged in insurrection and therefore cannot appear on the ballot.
The Colorado Supreme Court agreed and ruled 4-3 in December that the 14th Amendment's insurrectionist ban, which bans office holders who engage in insurrection from holding office again, applies to Donald Trump, which they concluded means he shouldn't be on Colorado's ballot. Trump and his legal team disagree, arguing that there's no legal basis and that there would be, quote, chaos and bedlam if Trump is blocked from the ballot. 3 of the justices on the supermajority conservative court were appointed by Trump. Trump is not expected to be at the Supreme Court when all of the justices consider the question of his ballot eligibility. In Washington, I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
Happening across Delmarva and new tonight, a Wicomico High School instructional assistant has been arrested after authorities say he had inappropriate sexual communications and interactions with a student. The Wicomico County Sheriff's Office says 43-year-old Derek Davis is charged with sexual abuse of a minor and 4th-degree sexual offense. Davis was released on house arrest with electronic GPS monitoring. The Wicomico County Child Advocacy Center is asking anyone with information on this investigation or similar allegations to come forward.
If you want to work in law enforcement, here is an opportunity for you in Selbyville. The town says you can apply for both certified and non-certified police officer positions. You have to be at least 21 years of age by the time you would complete police academy and have a high school diploma or the equivalent. Grab an application at Selbyville Town Hall. Delmarva Power is taking action to help people pay their energy bills. They're talking to leaders in Washington, D.C. to make sure that the low-income home energy assistance program keeps getting the money it needs. The program helps families with lower incomes afford their heating and electric bills. Delmarva Power is asking everybody who might need this help to apply soon because the money is given out on a first-come, first-served basis.
Gobble gobble, turkey hunting season is right around the corner. If that involves you, then there's a mandatory turkey course you've got to complete first. The Division of Fish and Wildlife says classes will be held from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Sunday, March 3rd at the Lewis Fire Station on Janus Road, and on Saturday, March 9th at the Little Creek Hunter Education Training Center on Bayside Drive in Dover. You do have to pre-register to attend. Online courses are also accepted. Delaware spring wild turkey hunting season will run from April 13th through May 11th.
On the coast, Dewey Beach is looking to tackle flooding, specifically on Reed Avenue and Jersey Street. It's not just during storms that Reed Avenue will flood. Locals say even high tide causes severe standing water. The town is looking to install flaps on stormwater pipes that helps push water out to the bay. Meanwhile, on Jersey Street, the town says heavy rain leads to standing water because they don't have any storm pipes on the street. One person who lives on Jersey Street says the issue is frustrating.
It's definitely pretty annoying, especially when there's all like construction cars and stuff, and then you have to go around and it gets pretty deep. It's like probably 6 inches or more sometimes.
The town will talk about the Reed Avenue stormwater project and consider solutions for Jersey Street flooding tomorrow at the Dewey Beach infrastructure meeting at 3 p.m.
The water bills in Ocean City may be rising. Ocean City's economic consulting firm says a 7% increase in utility bills will help fund a number of infrastructure improvements and maintenance. But some say a tax hike could be troublesome.
My wages aren't going up. I'm retired, so my pretty much fixed income. So that's going to hurt, along with everything else going up.
The Ocean City Council will make a decision in early March on proposed water and wastewater rate increases. We are thrilled to announce that Coast TV has a brand new Facebook page for the latest in news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions. Make sure to visit and follow that new page. Just head over to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC or scan the QR code on your screen. Stay connected with us. And we are just getting started. Coming up, new radio towers going up in wildlife areas across the state. We'll tell you the reason why.
And thanks to a very vibrant high tide, we have newly issued flood advisories in certain communities in Sussex County. I'll show you which ones are in jeopardy in a moment.
But first, heartfelt health hints, the new way to improve your heart that has doctors pumped up. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
Some people will stop at nothing to get your stuff. Get solid security and protect yourself from theft, fire, and accidents with American-made Rhino at Southern States in Milford. Experience peace of mind with financing available when you buy local from the only Rhino dealer on Delmarva. They'll deliver and set it up for you too. Ask about Rhino's Thank You for Your Service rebate program. Protect your stuff with Rhino. Everything else is just storage. Securing Delmarva one safe at a time. Southern States of Milford.
At Rite Aid, we know your yoga routine is more than a workout. It's a ticket to cheat day. That your eye drops do more than soothe eyes. They keep you scrolling all night. And that your skincare is more than just me time. So from your bedtime routine to your wake-up rituals, it means more at Rite Aid. Get up to date on your flu and COVID-19 vaccinations so you don't miss a moment with the ones you love. Over 60, you may need your RSV vaccination too. Schedule ahead or just walk in.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
February is American Heart Month, and now the American Heart Association has updated their list of ways to improve and maintain heart health to include an 8th habit. What's something that can last 80, 90, even 100 years and runs continuously without breaking?
The first thing I can think of is like a tortoise. Runs continuously without breaking. A sink. A sink breaks. I don't know.
I'm going to say the heart.
It's your heart.
Really?
But to keep it running, you do have to do regular maintenance. If you want to improve your heart health, the American Heart Association has a list of 8 key ways, and that number used to be 7.
What they've added now is the duration of sleep that people have, because it turns out that sleep is such an important factor for cardiovascular health.
The recommendation is that most adults get 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. The organization says that adequate sleep promotes healing, improves brain function, and lessens the risk for chronic diseases.
So when you don't sleep, there is an overdrive of your sympathetic system. And so what is happening when you're awake is that your blood pressure never gets to go down, your heart rate does not ever get to relax.
The other habits on the Life's Essential 8 list are eating a healthy diet, getting 2.5 hours of moderate or 75 minutes of vigorous physical activity a week, quitting smoking, keeping a healthy weight, and managing cholesterol, blood sugar, and blood pressure levels. There's also a Life's Essential 8 for kids. That includes living a balanced life of exercise and healthy eating, consuming less sugar, clean air, finding ways to relieve stress, and getting a good night's sleep without distractions.
Well, I try to get a good night's sleep. It's just my own snoring wakes me up occasionally. But let's take a look at what's happening with the forecast, shall we? Listen, our Irish Eyes camera is indicating to us in Lewis, we're at 30 degrees right now. The winds are pushing out of the north, and you can snooze your way through tonight because it's going to stay very calm and a bit on the cool side with clear skies. You see, we're going to stay right at about 32 degrees for the rest of the night and maintain a pretty quiet situation. Let's change gears and take a look at Ocean City, courtesy of our Tyndall's Casual Furniture camera in Ocean City. 40 degrees at this present time. Now, we're going to continue to drop there. Clear skies once again, but down to 36 at midnight and then down to 34 by 3 o'clock in the morning. We're concerned about winds along the coast because we still have an active small craft advisory. It stays in effect until tomorrow morning about 6 o'clock along the Sussex County line, and then until really Friday from, let's say, Ocean City down towards Chincoteague. Now, this is actually where this pink is. We're talking about 20 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts. Still, very dangerous, even with a small craft and even if you're experienced. Then there's the problem with the coastal flood statements and advisories. Now, in places like North Ocean City, West Ocean City, Ocean Pines, we have bay communities or along the coast, we're looking at the high tides causing some problems with flooding. That's also why we have the additional coastal flood advisory in effect in Sussex. That stays in effect until tomorrow afternoon, once again coinciding with those high tides that we're expecting. And now we have concerns for high tides causing possible flooding in Dorchester, Somerset, and Wicomico counties. Now that will stay in effect until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So during the afternoon, high tides. High pressure is controlling our weather for right now, and we are in the midst of what's called an omega block, which means our weather is blocked into this sunny pattern till it breaks down maybe by Saturday. We're at 29 degrees in Milton, 32 Millsboro, 29 right now in Georgetown. Overall, we're about 2 to 3, maybe even 4 degrees warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. The exception is Ocean City. We're actually 11 degrees cooler. There's just a wild outlier there. So by 3 o'clock Thursday, temperatures will be in the 50s and 40s. Then we're looking at 5:30 in the morning for Friday. We start off very cloudy. Then by Friday afternoon, the winds are out of the south, and voila, the cloud cover is totally out of here, and it gets back into place for us by the time we get to, let's say, Saturday. Our 5-day rainfall, listen, Thursday and Friday is not a problem. Saturday, yeah, iffy at best. Sunday and Monday, that's when the chances of rain really go on the increase. And as we take a look at this, Saturday, scattered showers begin Saturday a little bit. Sunday they begin. Monday we have a decent stretch of rain that'll pull through, and it's expected to stick around. Tonight, 27 degrees. Tomorrow, 53. And then on Friday, even warmer, 58. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. A yellow alert day on Tuesday because we're expecting about a half inch, maybe a full inch of rain and some breezy conditions. And then, of course, it's your sweetie day on Wednesday.
Thank you, Paul. Coming up, how you can participate in an upcoming painting class at the Rehoboth Art League.
But first, discover how Delaware's funding could change the future for the American kestrel, one of the state's endangered species.
Not sure what to get your Valentine this year? How about a new walk-in shower from Baths by Spicer Brothers? Right now, through February 14th, save 14% off your entire project and take advantage of no interest and no payments for 18 months. Plus, receive a set of 2 luxury bathrobes. And your new shower can be installed in as little as 1 day with factory-certified 5-star installation guaranteed. Don't miss out. This offer ends February 14th. Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
I'll take a grande, no-foam, triple cap, double pump vanilla latte with 3.5 ice cubes, slightly shaken, extra whip.
Yeah, that's going to be an upcharge.
Great! This one is on my Kasasa cashback checking account. Kasasa pays me cash back on everyday debit card purchases, plus refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. Go on, take back banking and treat yourself to monthly cash rewards.
Kasasa checking is proudly offered at County Bank.
A wet crawl space is a lurking hazard, inviting mold, rot, and structural worries. The answer is Brazier's Crawl Space Encapsulation. Our specialist tailors the solution to your exact crawl space. Our expert team cleans and upgrades your crawl space into a pristine, protected environment, and we only use April Air dehumidifiers. Reliable and robust, complete with a 5-year warranty. Take the first step to a drier, safer home. Call Brazier's or visit our website. Your peace of mind is just one call away.
Here at Go Glass, we like to bring your home improvement projects to life. We provide modern and elegant glass for any project. Elevate your bathroom with a stunning glass shower to create a spa-inspired atmosphere. Seamlessly connect with your outdoor paradise using our bifold doors. We offer insulated windows, patio doors, tabletops, mirrors, closet systems, screen porches, showers, shelving, glass railing, and much more. Everything available with 0% financing. Start your next home improvement project with Go Glass. Everything glass, friendly and fast. We're proud to be Delmarva's #1 glass company.
Some big news for the smallest falcon in North America. Delaware has been given money to help support the study and preservation of the American kestrel.
Our meteorologist Alex Seymour looks at what's being done and how this could make a huge difference in the lives of one of Delaware's endangered species.
A radio tower stands tall in a meadow at the Abbott's Mill Nature Center in Milford, Delaware. This radio tower is being put up to track the American kestrel. This small, colorful falcon has been on Delaware's endangered species list since 2013, facing an over 90% decline of the species in the region. And according to Jim Rapp, owner of Delmarva Birding Weekends, that's in part due to how the landscape of the state has changed.
The way that we do agriculture now is very different than it was even when I was a kid. It's very much soybean and corns and things like that. But back in the day, it was hedgerows and thickets and places where bobwhite quail could hang out and all the critters that kestrels like to eat.
DNREC recently received funding from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service's Wildlife Restoration Program to put up 10 of these towers throughout the state to add to the 9 that are already in place. Along with funding for the towers, money will also be spent placing trackers directly onto some kestrels.
This new technology is incredible and in helping us learn more and more about the mysteries of migration and where birds go when they're not nesting here, and hopefully help with conservation efforts to provide the kind of habitat they need for when they do arrive and need to set up nesting habitat.
The first of the 10 new towers is finishing being put up behind me right here in Milford at the Delaware Nature Society's Abbott's Mill Nature Center in Milford. And the Delaware Division of Fish and Wildlife have plans to put up 2 more of these 10 towers by the spring. I'm meteorologist Alex Seymour in Milford, Coast TV News.
Do you want to bring the beauty of the coast into your own home? The Rehoboth Art League is hosting a painting class the weekend of February 24th. This is for people to learn how to paint the ocean with acrylics. The Art League says students will practice in their own style, their unique approach to representing the ocean. The class will include hands-on discussions and practice and feedback from the instructor and other participants.
Coming up in sports, a battle of the unbeaten in Bayside Conference play, highlights from Queen Anne's County taking on the Y-High in girls basketball.
And next, millions of dollars for 30 seconds of airtime. Super Bowl ads are pricey, the big business of grabbing your attention during the big game.
Fleischer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva.
We salute Brian Comlow. Brian served 8 years in the Navy and 30 years as a Delaware police officer. Brian is now a deputy sheriff for Sussex County, serving his community, and helping others has always been in his blood. Thank you for your service.
If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Uncover the perfect blend of comfort, innovation, and safety at Gateway Subaru. And right now, it's your choice. Choose what fits your lifestyle and budget. Choose to lease a new 2024 Subaru Forester for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 2.9%. Choose to lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 1.9%. Gateway Subaru, where every choice leads to a new adventure. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Have you bought a house in the last decade, but it's just not quite big enough? At Paul Davis, we can design and build you a brand new addition or remodel your whole home from start to finish. With over 50 years experience of building and restoring homes, we've made the process quick and easy while making it affordable. Call Paul Davis today, and one of our design consultants can be at your home as soon as tomorrow to give you a free estimate for your new addition or whole home remodel. Or visit our new showroom in Salisbury, Maryland, 100 Marvel Road.
Everyone needs a roof. Secure yours with Alpha Roofing and Siding, a veteran-owned and operated business serving Delmarva for over 10 years. Roofing, siding, maintenance, and repairs, Alpha ensures quality on every project and provides peace of mind with their in-house financial advisor. Alpha offers military and senior discounts, and their unmatched 50-year material warranty is a testament to their craftsmanship. Right now, get free gutter guards with your roof replacement. Alpha Roofing and Siding, where protection comes first and setting the standard is their legacy.
We get new inventory in all the time.
Literally every single day.
Things that you can buy off the floor. You come in, you see it, you can take it with you that day, or we deliver same week.
I mean, I know that if you order something online, it's weeks upon weeks before receiving it.
In stock, designer home furnishings, 50 to 80% off every day.
You see it today, you can take it today, or we load it up.
We can help load it up.
Let us make your house a home.
At That Furniture Store.
3 miles south of Del Mar.
Want something new to explore? Maryland's coast is naturally growing. Off the deck, right from the vine, or tapped out of the keg, there's always something fresh in Worcester County. Bite into something locally grown from the farmers markets. Indulge in sweet treats from the dairy or the bakery. Enjoy a brew, a glass of wine, or a cocktail that you can't get anywhere else. Eat seafood right from these waters. In Worcester County, there's something fresh everyone will like. To learn more and to explore Maryland's coast, go to visitmarylandscoast.org.
Companies are spending several $1 million for 30-second commercials during this year's Super Bowl. Is it worth investing all of that money?
The question in today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan explaining the craft that comes behind making a successful ad and how these companies grab our attention in such a short time span.
Some people watch the Super Bowl for the game, others for the commercials. But unlike the players, these companies have seconds to grab our attention.
It's a massively competitive playing field when it comes to advertising because everyone's showcasing their best spots.
Kellogg marketing professor Derek Rucker says companies are shelling out $7 million this year for a 30-second ad during the Super Bowl.
It's a costly investment.
So how do you make sure you get a return on that investment? Some commercials make us laugh.
Help! You can't touch this.
While others pull at our heartstrings.
Hey Google, show me photos of me and Loretta.
If you introduce a problem for which your brand is the solution, that can be very powerful.
Rucker says some companies will use jingles.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Or celebrities.
Nationwide's there to protect. Maybe leave the songs to me.
To grab our attention. But it's important that consumers still remember the product and not just the ad itself. Then there's the companies that simply have an iconic image that represents their brand. Like Anheuser-Busch. For Budweiser, the Clydesdales may be just as recognizable as their beer.
I think they resonate with people so much because they're not only this amazing brand symbol of strength and determination and quality, but they're also just so captivating.
Anheuser-Busch releasing one of their ads early this year.
Let's go!
Telling CNN they hope this ad is a nod to their long history with the big game. So no matter which team gets to hoist the Lombardi Trophy on Sunday, these companies are hoping they're winners too. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
And Derek Rucker says some of these big companies, they're going to begin planning their Super Bowl commercials as early as the April before the game.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Only one Bayside girls basketball team would remain undefeated in conference play after tonight as Queen Anne's County took on Y-High. DSN's Tim Nolan and Brian Dyke breaks down all the action.
A rout for the Tribe. 81-41. I really don't think there's any more questions as to who the top team is in the Bayside this year. Y-High 19-1 in the season, and they rolled to victory tonight over the Lions. Going into this game, Coach Downing told us just take what the defense gives you. He wanted to preach his girls being patient, knowing how good this press has been for the Lions, but it really didn't cause many issues aside from this run towards the tail end of the first quarter and into the second. Good bucket there by Layla Coles, one of 3 freshmen in the starting lineup for the Lions.
Tim, we said the Lions were down 20-10 or 22-10 after the first quarter. Went on a nice run to get back in this game. We're only down 1 point.
Only down by 1, so that made it 26-25. Halftime score 37-27, and then if you were DVRing this game, you could just fast forward all the way to the finish because I don't know what Willie Downing said in that locker room, even though his girls were enjoying a 10-point lead. As we show you what happened in the second half, it was all Tribe, complete and utter dominance the rest of the way.
And Laurel pulled off a 36-30 victory over Lake Forest in wrestling. This win clinched the Henloop and South title for the 3rd year in a row for the Bulldogs. And today marks 2 years since the launch of DSN. Thank you so much for all of your support. We are excited to continue serving the community and bringing you live local sports. Have a great night, everyone.
A romantic ride into Valentine's Day where you'll find these horse-drawn carriages this weekend.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
Are you struggling to lose weight? Do you want to live a healthier and more empowered life? Whether it's been a lifelong struggle or you're new to weight loss, we can help you get the results you're looking for. At Tidal Health, we offer a comprehensive and customized approach to weight loss that includes surgical and medical options. Our team of dedicated professionals is committed to making sure you have the knowledge and support to reach your goals and get on the path to wellness. To learn how you can reach your goal weight, visit TidalHealth.org/loseweight today.
At Matt the Carpet Guy, we take our work seriously. That's why we employ the best of the best, to ensure you find exactly what you're looking for. With a warehouse big enough to keep everything in stock and a showroom we can bring to you. The hardworking team at Matt the Carpet Guy brings affordable flooring within reach. We have cash and carry LVP starting at $1.99. Perfectly installed every time. Matt the Carpet Guy, flooring done right. The family way.
Get amazing Ford Bronco deals during the President's Day sales event going on now at Boulevard Ford Lincoln in Georgetown and Lewis. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2023 Bronco Sport. Save thousands off MSRP on all 2023 Broncos in inventory.
Every new vehicle purchase comes with our Preston for Life lifetime engine guarantee. Visit boulevardauto.com to see our entire inventory.
The President's Day sales event going on now at Boulevard Ford Lincoln in Lewis and Georgetown. Cars cost less with Preston.
Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements, but is ready for the next storm? If it's time for a new roof, call Hershey Exteriors. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, we offer the industry's best warranty. Our roofs come with a Golden Pledge 50-year warranty on materials and a 25-year workmanship warranty that is backed by GAF. Call Hershey Exteriors, your trusted roofing pros, and get 0% financing for 12 months, because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, CoastTV's feathered friend and sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Brought to you by Tidal Health.
When Valentine's Day falls in the middle of the week, you get to celebrate on both weekends around it, right? Well, here's somewhere special to take your sweetheart this coming weekend. The town of Berlin has free horse-drawn carriage rides on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now, organizers say you don't even need a reservation for this romantic ride. Just line up at the corner of Pitts and Main Street there in Berlin.
Wanted to take a little extra time to really explain to you what's going on with these advisories, because I got an interesting little tidbit online asking to explain why are we having problems with flooding and there's no rain. So first of all, let's go over where we are right now, courtesy of our Gateway Subaru camera, where it's going to be at 35 degrees by midnight, dropping down to 34 by 2 and 3 o'clock. Now, one quick note, when I kept take care of one little small thing, well, it's a big thing to Gary. Gary Phillips is our winner, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling, of our umbrella giveaway. So as we take a look at our 3-day forecast, you'll notice we have a pattern of warming up nicely for Thursday, Friday, and going into Saturday. We're going to warm to about 57 degrees. The warmer we are, the more thermodynamic energy we have in place, the better our opportunities for some heavy downpours. We are expecting the rain to hit, but it's after the advisories actually will expire. For example, South Bethany, we're going to go up to 59 degrees by Saturday with cloudy skies. And as you go a little bit farther to the north, Cape Henlopen, we're at 50 for Thursday, Friday 57 degrees, and it will peak at 59, near 60 on Saturday, but you'll notice the cloud cover thickening up as we prepare for a chance of rain on Sunday. Here's what's happening. You see, with the coastal flood advisory, places like Dorchester, North Cumberland, Somerset, and Wacomico, places like Hills Point, Madison, Cambridge, anywhere where you're into the Bay areas, you see, it's because we have the tides that are going to be much higher for us. And because of that, and just a small smidgen of wind, that combination is making for our coastal flood advisories. Now, this is also the case for us throughout Sussex. Now, we do have that same concern for possible flooding down for Ocean Pines, West Ocean City, as well as up towards Fenwick Island. Once again, any community that's near the Bay Area, and particularly if you already have drainage problems, that's a concern. You combine that with just the slightest amount of wind, and you have a flooding challenge, which is what we have. Just the slightest amount of wind, and in comes the concern for flooding. We have a small craft advisory in effect till tomorrow morning. Taking a look at tonight, 27 degrees, a starry night yet again. Tomorrow, thin clouds, if any at all, and 53 degrees. Then for Friday, warming sunshine as we get a little bit closer to 60 degrees. And the winds pushing out of the southwest is going to at least make it comfortable. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Now, a little bit of rain on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but Tuesday is going to be our yellow alert day. We're watching out for about a half-inch of rain and some gusty winds before Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Paul. That's a great breakdown there. Thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.